What's up? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everybody had a fabulous weekend, and I want to wish you a happy Monday. We are going to be taking a look at Bitcoin and Litecoin and why I believe there's going to be a huge breakout soon. Also, I'm going to show you why I believe Bitcoin could still hit 46,000 by the end of the year, and we'll look at how. Definitely stick around to the end. We'll be taking a look at the Bitcoin daily versus gold weekly chart, which we've been following on this channel since January. Also, I want to remind you guys, there is a free Discord group in the description below the video. It's 100% free, awesome community. If you guys want to learn about crypto, definitely check it out. You will not be disappointed. Also, there's some affiliate links down there, some exchange links that if you sign up to, you get some bonuses. A ledger link to get your cryptos off the exchanges, and some other links down there that really help the channel out. Anyways, let's get into the charts and see what's going on. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind, it's still a speculative market. Do not put in more than you're willing to lose. And with that being said, if you're new here and you want daily updates, hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash the likes, guys. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think, and let's get into it. Looking at Bitcoin on the weekly, I still have my target of 46,000 by the end of the year, and a lot of people say we don't have time. I'm going to show you how we do have time and why. I'm going to look back here into August and September of 2017. We had pretty much the same thing. Bull flag formed here. And we had a breakout from September to November of 96%, where the price went from $4,000 to $8,000, which is almost a 100% increase. Then from November to December, it was about 3.5 weeks. We went another, mind you, that was November from December, about 3.5 weeks. We went almost another 150%. It was right around 146%. Now we look over here and we are doing pretty much the same thing, guys. And I know people say you can't compare 16 to 19 or 17 to 19. I'm going to show you why we can and what I believe the cycle is. So looking at a breakout of this bull flag, the measured move of that is around $20,000, which would be an 85% increase. And then that lines up with this trend line here at around 20,000, which is in November. And then from November to get up to the 46,000 would be around 121%. It only took 121 to get us to 46, 146% to get us to 20,000 over here in a month. That's why I believe it's possible. Also going to show you what I believe the cycle is. And if you look at the arrow right here, in both of them, that is where I believe we are in the cycle. And I do believe this is what's going to happen in the coming years. But 46 is my target this year, and then a correction 2020. The end of 2020 could be up into the 6 digits. I'm not going to call exact number, but into the 6 digits. And much higher for the end of 2021. So that's what I'm looking at there. Let's get into the weekly RSI. This is why I believe there is a breakout coming, guys. Possibly, most likely this week, if not this weekend. But we've been looking at this falling wedge in the weekly RSI. It matches up with our bull flag. And I just showed you the measured move off the bull flag. Now let's go into the daily chart and show you what we've been looking at here. We're going to look at the longer term targets here. Now I have the first one at 15,000. That's looking at the break of this flag, guys. The first one is just a measured move off of measuring this as a falling channel, which I believe to be the bull flag. And measured move of the breakout of that would be around 15,000. The next measured move is measuring this here as a short flag pull and putting it up to where we would break out. That'd get us around the 17,000 range. Then we already looked at the 20,000. Now let's look at the daily. And guys, just so you know, it is possible for us to fall back down into this range, but as you guys know, I have this long-term trend line here, which I believe to be the trend reversal trend line, which we did the reversal right around 6,500. I do believe this was a bear trap, and we're back in, and now we're getting support on it again. But keep in mind, even if we went down to 7,000, I would still be bullish here, guys. Anything in this bull flag is accumulation zone, in my opinion. Now let's look at the RSI. So looking at the RSI, I thicken this RSI trend line. I hope you guys can see it better. As you know, I'm colorblind. People were saying they couldn't see the blue, so I thicken the line. I have to keep it what colors I see best. But looking at this as a falling wedge, we broke out of here. Now we're coming back down to test it, and I do believe we are going to get our break soon this week. And like I said, we'll test this one more time and shoot up from there, I do believe. Now let's look at the 4 hour, and we'll look at the more immediate price action. All right, if you guys have been watching, you know I've been watching these yellow lines here as a falling broadening wedge. I drew this in here too. This lines up with, stretch this out so we can see it. That lines up with this falling wedge that we're watching now. We did hit my target. I had a target at 10,075. We'll take a look at that in a second. But if we get rejection here, I do believe it's possible we come down and test this bottom trend line here, which would be one more touch on this falling wedge. It's possible unless we break up from here and break back out of this falling channel. This could have been another bear trap. Let's look at the price action and see what that's telling us. All right, so we hit our target. I had it at right at 10,075. We hit 10,061. Not too bad, pretty close. And the way I got that target, guys, was taking a measured move. If you look at these white dotted lines here, we had a rising wedge here, or rising channel, whichever way you want to look at it. And the measured move to where we broke out right here got us down to that 1,075 range. That's where I got that target. And I do have one more lower target at the $9,900 range, which is possible that we come back down, test this before our liftoff. And that is a measured move of this right here as a ABC. And if we took the measured move to where we broke out up here, that gets us right around that. It actually is a little bit up from there, right around the 99.50 range. So that's where I get that target. So it is possible we come down to this 99.50. If we do, I think we're going to have a huge move up, breaking out of this wedge here. And the measured move, the breakout of the wedge, would be measuring the widest point of the wedge, moving it over to where we break out. If we break out from one more touch at the 99.50 range, my target is the 1,000 or 10,000. Right there at the 11, close to the 11,000, which we have a neckline here. Let me show you guys what this could be. And this could be a head or inverse head and shoulders forming here. And the break of that would be a measured move. Whoops. Out of there. Would be a measured move of you measure the depth of the head, put it to the neckline where we would break out, and that gets us to about 12,550 range, which would be right along the old resistance. So I do believe, and I want you guys to know, a break of this flag will most likely break out, come back down, test it for support, and then off to the races. And then we go looking for the higher targets. So that's where I'm at with Bitcoin. Let's look at Litecoin. All right, looking at Litecoin, and the same thing, people are calling Litecoin dead. And if you look back here in August of 2017, we had a drop of 65% before this huge rise. Now this was in June. We had a rise here and a 56% decrease. Now let's look at over here. How high did we go from August to December? Was 328%. If we just went 300% from this month, this breakout here, that would be $583. So I do believe Litecoin is going to do extremely well this year. I know a lot of people are bearish on it. I am not. Let's look at daily chart. And we've been watching, well, let me zoom down a little bit so you can see it. I've been watching this. If you've been watching the channel, you know. Watching this as a cup and a handle forming here. And the measured move off of that would be measuring the depth of the cup. Back up to the neckline. If we get up to this 146 range and break it, that gets us to around the $270 range. So that's my longer term target. Like I said, I do believe we go much higher than that before the end of the year. Now let's look at where we're at now. This is rising broadening wedge. We have touched the bottom and kind of got some bull traps down here, or bear traps, I'm sorry. Let's look at the RSI. All right, so in the daily RSI, we had this long-term rising wedge, fell out of it in a falling wedge. Lately, we have been looking at this as a falling broadening wedge. I'll also put another line down here looking at it as a falling channel if we was to get another touchdown here, which I don't see happening. We have broken out of the falling broadening wedge. We could come down, get one more test of it before coming up to test the falling channel. When we break this falling channel, that's when our huge move will be coming for Litecoin. Let's look at the 4 hour. So in the 4 hour, if you guys watched the live stream yesterday, I had drawn this falling wedge in here. I do believe it's still a falling wedge. If not, could be a falling channel. But either way, I think we broke the wedge here. And zoom out. We've broken out of this falling channel. Coming up, we've tested the top of this. We've actually peeked through the top of this bigger falling channel a few times. I believe this time we will probably break it with some force. Excuse me. Let's look at the price action now. All right, so in the price action, we're going to take a look at a few more targets here. And then we're going to look at the Bitcoin daily chart versus the gold weekly chart that we've been watching on this channel since January. Guys, don't forget to smash the likes, leave your comments, let me know what you think Bitcoin and Litecoin are going to do. So looking at where we're at now, it actually looks like it's about to break out now. But the measured move of this breakout would be from where we broke out here, we measure that as a bull flag, and to where we're breaking out now, that gets me to about the $75 range, which, guys, will get us to this falling broadening wedge that we have here. Now let's look at the other target. We had a falling channel here that we've broken out of, and the measured move of that is about $81 to $82, which would break us out of this falling wedge. Then what we would do is measure the width of that falling wedge, come up to the top, and that gets us a target of 171 in the midterm. This doesn't mean we shoot straight up, guys. As you know, we'll have resistance along the way, but that is a target of the break of this falling wedge. Now let's go into the Bitcoin daily versus the gold weekly chart. This is Bitcoin on the daily. This is gold on the weekly. As you can see, and as you guys know, if you've been watching the channel, I believe a pattern is a pattern. We had two touches on this bottom trend line in Bitcoin before coming up, testing this resistance line, just like in gold. Once we break through that, guys, it's off to the races, I do believe. But yeah, you can see the similarities. If you want to see more detail in it, go back to my prior videos. I go into much more detail, but I do believe, you know, it's going to be an awesome year. 46,000 is my target, which is right here. Let's look at, I'm going to take a look at the weekly RSI. And again, we've been watching this since January. If you look up here, this is 2013 bull run, followed by the bear market. Two touches of resistance on this trend line before starting the next bull market. 2017 bull market followed by the bear market, 2 touches of resistance before starting the bull market. I do believe we are in a parabolic bull run, and we are just in an accumulation consolidation stage right now. Let's look at the monthly RSI. So in the monthly RSI, I have these 2 arcs drawn here. 2013 bull run followed by the bear market, each arrow representing a new low in the RSI. We had 4 of them before starting the bull market. 2017 bull market followed by the bear market, 4 arrows, each representing a new low in the RSI before starting the bull market. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely hit the subscribe by clicking the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. Tick the notification bell. I do post new videos every day for you guys to keep you updated. And by ticking the bell, that'll keep you updated. Also, smash the likes. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. We're almost to 10,000 subscribers. There will be a giveaway after 10,000 subscribers. So definitely stick around. Take it easy, guys.